Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Monday Nitro is on the air live. Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan. I don't think we've ever witnessed anything like this. 4 limousines, black limousines have arrived together, and there's the commissioner.
Yeah. Hey, Shazam. Question real quick.
What kind of man are you? Don't ask me that.
Harris Brothers.
They're here. They're here.
Harris Brothers.
Right in
All
down.
right.
We're in LA. It's
Here
not
we
in
go.
Rock County.
Here we go. Come on, let's go. Time to go. Come on, Scott.
Remember when it used to be fun around here? Just follow the rules, Nash.
I'm making the rules, buddy. I'm making the
Hey,
rules.
The big guy says he's making the rules, and you know it's Nitro, and that means there are no rules. Welcome to WCW Monday Nitro, where we are live from the gorgeous brand new Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California, where tonight we will crown a new WCW heavyweight champion. Will it be the commissioner of WCW, the NWO's Kevin Nash, or will it be Big Sid Vicious? And hi once again, Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And it's time to go ahead and wrestle in our very first battle of the night. Psychosis is on his way to the ring. Kaz Hayashi is in the ring. And Mike Tenay, we're going to start a tournament to crown a
The
new...
Jews has come back to Las Vegas!
Las Vegas? We're in Los Angeles.
It doesn't matter to him.
where we are because the Jews is in the house and the house is with the Jews.
Well, that makes sense.
And tonight, the millions of Jews fans, they will be chanting the champion's name. Kubi, 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 Kubi.
Okay, Juventud Guerrera gets the fans worked up to start things here.
It's just better!
You were saying?
What the juice is cooking.
Oh, give me a break.
Tony, it's not only the World's Heavyweight Championship that is vacant, but also the WCW World's Cruiserweight title. And this is the first match in an 8-man single elimination tournament. The matches are going to take place in upcoming weeks on both Nitro and Thunder, and it will all conclude on Sunday, February the 20th, live on pay-per-view. We'll crown a new Cruiserweight champion at Super Brawl.
You realize, Tony, Tenay has more information than Triple A.
Yes, he sure does. That's one of the reasons he's here.
But he knows what he's doing. That's scary.
Yes, and that's another reason. Here we go. The bell is sounded, and Kaz Hayashi lets Psychosis and Juventud get a little handshake or whatever that is in, and we're off and running. We will crown a new Cruiserweight champion at Super Brawl on the 20th of February in San Francisco on pay-per-view. And can you believe it's going to be Super Brawl?
Oh!
What, number 11?
Almost a tradition that Super Brawl the past few years has been in the Bay Area, and it's going to be great to be back once again in San Francisco.
Actually, it's going to be Super Brawl 10, which is scary in itself. The time flies so quickly. And a release German suplex that time by Kaz Hayashi. Mike, you made a good point recently on Thunder when you talked about now that Oklahoma has relinquished the Cruiserweight belt. We have so many great Cruiserweights from around the world to compete. Let's crown a new Cruiserweight champion, and we're doing just that. One from Mexico, one from Japan to start out the program here tonight.
Great twisting dive by Japan's Kaz Hayashi. And Tony, you're right. Such great depth in the ranks of the cruiserweights in WCW. There's just no way you could narrow it down to a couple of contenders. So as a result, World Championship Wrestling has decided to go to the tournament format. This is the first match in that tournament. Kaz Hayashi, Psychosis, two great cruiserweights. And Psychosis, if you look back through his record, on 2 occasions has held the World's Cruiserweight title.
Like you said, Mike, they're tremendous athletes, but they need direction.
Psychosis runs over Kaz Hayashi, puts him down on the mat. Tonight as well, Sid Vicious has quite a struggle ahead of him. He has a roadblock ahead of him before he can even get to Kevin Nash for the WCW Heavyweight Championship, the vacated title.
You know something, Tony? Since Sid Vicious arrived at WCW, everything's been thrown in front of the man. He has gone over obstacles you couldn't believe. I would not doubt it if this man does not become the champion of the world.
He's going to get his opportunity tonight. Sid Vicious has been there before. Up on top, Psychosis lands on his feet that time. Blocked the attempt at a clothesline that time.
Well, Brain, you talked about these competitors needing backup. Juventud Guerrera out in the corner of Psychosis. And Tony, you've had your problems with Juvi and Psycho in the past.
Well, they feel, I guess, that they are wrestling announcers as well as great wrestlers. I just really want to stay out of their way and do my thing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Tony, there's only 3 great wrestling announcers. And I don't know the other 2 guys, but I'm sure I'll meet them someday.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
You're my buddy. Don't get me wrong.
You know, Psychosis and Juventud are certainly spending a lot of time away from Kaz and paying a lot of attention to this capacity crowd on hand here at the Staples Center. And this is really uncharacteristic of Psychosis. He's usually an offensive-minded wrestler, Mike.
Yeah, normally full speed ahead. It seems like he's decided that he's going to slow down the offense out here on the arena floor. We see Juventud putting the boots to Kaz Hayashi. I guess it all really boils down to Psychosis dictating the pace as Juvi drops the elbow.
Kicking it off with a Cruiserweight tournament match. The roadblock that Sid Vicious must go through in the persona of Jeff Jarrett, and of course the world title bout is all on the horizon within this 2-hour program, but we got a whole lot more that we're going to be talking about in just a few minutes as Kaz Hayashi gets thrown back into the ring now, and there's a drop kick as the man was on the mat from Psychosis. As Juventud Guerrera, intimidating and physical as ever, looks on from the ringside area here.
And Juventud just giving Psychosis the sign to finish off Kaz Hayashi. Not sure that it's going to be just quite as easy as Juvi wishes.
Charles Robinson sends them or warns them as they go back into the ropes.
Whoa! Just flung him right into the ring ropes, and Kaz Hayashi went flying up and over the top, tumbling down to the floor.
On the outside now. Oh, to the safety rail goes Kaz Hayashi. And Charles Robinson, the referee, being very lenient here and allowing the action to take place on the outside. Very easily could have called for a double count out, but that's not what the fans want to see, obviously. He's going to let the rules
go a little bit.
Yeah, sure, let the rules relax a little bit, relax the rules, if you will. Now up on top of Psycho. How about that? Kaz caught him on the way down. Pretty good desperation move that time by Hayashi. As you can see, he doesn't have much left now to follow up with something. Both men are down at the ringside area.
As is the case with the high-risk moves, once Psychosis went flying off the top, he committed himself. Nowhere to go but down, and Kaz was able to counter with a drop kick on the way down.
Back into the ring they go, and Hayashi now, very deliberately, back on the attack once again. Sending Psychosis to the turnbuckle pads. And now, trying to go up top here. Hayashi, you can see the determination on his face. Trying to hold his balance up there, but he may get caught. And he did get caught.
Front suplex off the ropes from Psychosis turns the tide.
But does he have enough to cover him? I don't know.
Well, both men get back up now.
Spin kick, dazed Psychosis. He was able to avoid that one.
Tried the back kick that time, and now rolled him up.
Got him.
He got him.
You're right, it's up.
Kung Fu Charlie got him with the back kick.
What?
Never mind.
The Psychosis, the former Cruiserweight champion who advances in the Cruiserweight tournament. He's on his way to round 2.
Don't yell at me.
We just want to be accurate here. There's your winner.
Well, then you should leave.
Yeah.
Psychosis, along with Juventud Guerrera, your winner here on TNT on WCW Monday Nitro. Tony, Mike, and the Brain back with you here as we go into 2 hours in such a very big night. Let's take a look at what our rundown is all about tonight here from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Coming up tonight, WCW Heavyweight title match, the vacated title, Sid Vicious against Big Sexy Kevin Nash. WCW Commissioner. However, before he gets there, there's the roadblock. Sid Vicious must meet Jeff Jarrett. He must defeat Jeff Jarrett. If he does not, Kevin Nash will become the WCW Heavyweight Champion. Then, WCW Tag Team Champions, the Mamalukes with the Disco Inferno will be defending their tag team belts against the Hardcore Soldiers, Fit Finlay and Brian Knobbs. That is here tonight for the World Tag Team title. Plus, we're going to see the total package, along with Elizabeth take on Booker T with Midnight in a one-on-one matchup based on last week's Thunder main event. And then in what promises to be a classic meeting between these two future superstars, Kidman takes on Vampiro one-on-one. That is all here tonight on TNT. But all the focus and all the talk the entire week has been about Sid Vicious and his shot to become the world champion tonight. We will crown a new world champion on this program, but for Sid Vicious, Mike Tenay, it's going to be an uphill battle.
Certainly is, Tony. Seems to be stacked in favor of the NWO. We announced it last Wednesday on Thunder. We deliver it tonight here on Nitro, a new world's champion crown. But certainly the odds seem to be against Big Sid with the NWO ruling that they have the roadblock in place.
But I'm
sorry, Tony.
I'm sure you would agree, and you've said it before, Sid Vicious is not a man to take lightly. Sid Vicious is a man who will never quit.
Never quit. He keeps going forward. He's a man driven by success, and that's the only way he operates. I predict we're going to have a new heavyweight champion of the world, and it's going to be Sid Vicious.
Very good prediction. We will have a new world heavyweight champion here tonight, and it could be a night where the NWO is more powerful than ever before, but it could be a night where Sid Vicious realizes his dream. It's all here tonight, live from Los Angeles and the Staples Center here on TNT. And let's take a look at what's going on out back. Terry Funk has arrived, and Arn Anderson is with him. And you can tell by the look on their face, these guys mean business.
He's back. You should have tried silver bullets, Kev. Maybe steak through the heart.
Maybe a pork chop.
I dare you.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Paperwork came back.
Don't tell me. Don't.
The doctors confirmed it. You're unable to work tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
You flunked your physical.
I was looking forward to
Again?
smacking that slap nuts. Are you serious, Kev?
Don't worry. I got a plan.
Hey, Kev. Take a look at this goof.
Oh, man.
You walking around with this gear on.
Well, if he's going to be in his gear on that, let's book him in a match. Let's put him with Bam Bam in a hardcore match.
Do it, Commish. Do it, Commish.
All right? That'll take care.
Yeah, hardcore legend.
So anyway, I guarantee you this plan's going to work. I guarantee you. And I mean,
A lot going on in the office of the WCW Commissioner. Kevin Nash already has booked what a hardcore match tonight for this program, and that's going to be wild here in itself. But what about the doctors saying that Jeff Jarrett cannot wrestle tonight? What does that mean now for Sid Vicious in his roadblock tonight, getting to Kevin Nash later on for the world title, Mike?
Well, I'm not sure, but it sure seemed like the commissioner, Kevin Nash, was awfully cocky and awfully confident about the situation, whatever it is.
Kid Romeo is in the ring, and he is the opponent for the massive wall here in this next matchup on TNT. So, Terry Funk, Bam Bam Bigelow in a hardcore match here tonight.
Oh, what could that be like?
That's going to be wild, and that is booked for tonight by Commissioner Kevin Nash, who also may become the world champion tonight. Plus, we talked about the World Tag Team title on the line. Kidman against Vampiro. That should be sensational. And we are just getting started here on TNT. Nick Patrick calls for the bell, and here we go. The Wall, to say he has been most impressive would be an understatement. The guy is big, he's quick, he is fearless, and you can just see the face of Kid Romeo here, Brain, realizing the size of the man he's got to go up against and what he needs to do.
He needs to call AAA to get this guy up. He's one big man, the Wall.
Oh, with one hand that time, sent Romeo back crashing to the turnbuckle pads, and now the Wall really turns up the heat here in the corner.
You know, we talked about some of the great cruiserweights in WCW, and Kid Romeo from the power plant has to be put in that category. But look across the ring, the size mismatch, this gigantic Wall, certainly no cruiserweight, and this is going to be a very tough matchup for Kid Romeo.
Well, you aren't kidding. Romeo, where are you? I'm an El Segundo.
All right, we have
My tail kick.
We have a news flash. We understand this note. Kevin Nash just put a $15,000 bounty on Terry Funk. So Bigelow not only will try to defeat Funk in a hardcore match, but he's going to try to collect that $15,000 bounty in addition to the match here tonight. And I understand that immediately following this match, we're going to attempt to get an interview with Sid Vicious about his battles tonight. And now one of them obviously is in the unknown, but Kevin Nash obviously has some sort of a plan.
Has to make it more difficult for Sid Vicious. He was under the impression he could have planned and prepared a strategy to first face Jeff Jarrett, and then if he got by Jarrett, to face Kevin Nash. But now it is the unknown. Who's it going to be? Who's the roadblock that the New World Order is going to put in front of Big Sid?
What I like about them is they play games with everybody. They never let you know what's going on.
You like that?
Don't you?
No, not when we're associated with World Championship Wrestling, I don't.
You don't remember your honeymoon, do you?
Actually, we're associated, Mike, with both. If you take a look at who our commissioner is.
Oh! And he's doing a great job.
There's too much power here from the wall. Dropped Kid Romeo across the top rope, throat first that time. In the wall right now, just dismantling this young man, who certainly would be, one would think, a kid who could vie for that cruiserweight title in the months to come. Once he gets some more experience. 1, 2.
He's come a long way. Just the other day, I remember he said, "You want fries with that?"
A warning here by Nick Patrick. And a right cross, an uppercut actually that time of the wall. The wall, you can see with that glove on the right hand, is such a lethal hitter. What a puncher he is. Now Romeo, enziguri kick, put him down, side of the head, and a great move.
I've never seen a guy wear his tie backwards before.
Up on top, Kid Romeo, big crossbody.
He's got him!
Ill-advised move that time.
Goodbye, Romeo. Romeo was 29.
I don't think he's that old.
I don't think he's that old either.
Romeo was 7.
Maybe somewhere in the middle.
Look at this. Now the wall obviously could pin the man here, one would think, but he chose to slap and humiliate Kid Romeo as Romeo tried to fire up on him that time. The wall with one hand.
Big pause. Big pause.
Look at this monster of a man.
Oh, just toying with him.
Good night, Romeo. Earthquake City, we're here.
You have to mention this. We're in Los Angeles, you know.
You're kidding. I thought this was Cedar Rapids. Well, the same.
The wall dismantles Kid Romeo, and as promised, with Sid Vicious as Mean Gene.
Sid Vicious, by order of the WCW Executive Committee, tonight you're going to be facing Kevin Nash, and you have the opportunity of capturing the coveted world title. However, the NWO and Kevin Nash are putting a wrench into the works. They're putting a roadblock up. Now, exactly what this roadblock is still a big mystery.
Gene, how can they expect to stop me with a roadblock? For I am like a monster truck out of control. See, I am here for one purpose, to reach one mission, to become WCW World Champion. Kevin Nash, you are the commissioner, but I am the man that can veto your power, possibly your career.
Bammer, you got a second? Let me talk to you. Nash is using his stroke to jerk everybody's chain again. But look, if we stick together, tell him to shove it, and then we'll take that gun right out of his hand. What do you say?
No, you don't get it on. You know, for 15 grand, I'll go out there and I'll wrestle my mother.
Sure funeral, big man.
Hey. What?
Nash can't be the only one screwing with WCW programming.
What do you got in mind, Scotty?
My girls, what do you want to see?
Blood and guts.
Blood and guts?
Definitely blood and guts.
Blood and guts.
Well,
Blood and guts.
blood and guts. Let me think. Hey, there's 3 cats out in the hall looking for an opportunity. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh.
Deja, go get those 3 boneheads.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go get them.
Then make it
Go,
fast.
Deja.
Hurry up.
Woo!
Shake it.
Oh my gosh.
Fellas, Commissioner Nash has authorized me and Big Papa Pump to offer you guys the opportunity of a lifetime. One of you guys gets a chance to wrestle live tonight on Monday Nitro. Who wants the opportunity?
I want to do it.
I want to do it.
Okay, what do you think, Scotty? You're in, big man. It's going to be nice and easy.
It's going to be easy.
It's going to be like a night off, bro. It'll be like a night off.
Blood and guts.
They're booking their matches as they go here.
First of all, I want to thank all the ladies out here for all your fan mail.
Guys, I'm embarrassed. We're in Los Angeles,
We really
California.
appreciate it. And we know that it's you people out there that have made us #1.
Think
and we
about
love each and every one of you.
This is the entertainment
So
capital
now let
of
us
the
do
world.
what we do best. But remember, everybody
And this is
goes
what we have to
down
offer?
for the 3 count. Now hit the music.
I think one of them is George Slaughter.
They should all be slaughtered.
Hey!
I mean, think about it. We're in
Chippendales,
LA.
eat your heart out.
Come on.
Something's not right here because that's not, can't get you out of my heart. That's,
thankfully,
that's Norman Smiley's music. Looks like a member of the Dodgers, doesn't it? Here comes Screaming Norman Smiley.
Or John Roseboro.
Smiley, who we have seen now ever since last Monday, get a little bit more, I guess get a little bit braver.
He's found his courage, hasn't he?
Found his courage.
Well, he would have dressed like a football player, but that team moved to St. Louis.
How are they doing?
In St. Louis, I've never been there.
And Norman Smiley is scheduled now to face Shannon Moore, but he got a little bit all of 3 count here. Boy, Moore is so quick. I don't think you can deny the 3 count for what they cannot do musically. Can certainly perform in the ring.
Yes, yes, Norman.
Tilt-the-world backbreaker from Screaming Norman that time.
I haven't seen a move like that since Steve Yeager was guarding the plate.
There's a blast from the past.
Remember that? The what?
No. Remember that altercation last week on Thunder involving Screaming Norman and 3 count?
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of people in the locker room that can't stand 3 count. We saw Screaming Norman come out and clear the ring last Wednesday.
Shannon Moore tries to get him over for a sunset flip, but Screaming Norman pulls him up by his neck that time.
Spank him! I like Norman.
Norman is in charge here. How about that? You know, I agree with Norman being a little bit braver than normal. But the fact, remember, he came out on Thunder last week and he said, I just faced some of the toughest wrestlers ever in WCW. Now, I know 3 count's very talented, but to call them one of the toughest, I don't think they're in the same league as a Ming or a Fit Finlay or Tank Abbott. Up.
Whoa.
Back body drop right on to Evan Courageous.
But we saw what happened when he called out anyone from the locker room after he took care of 3 count. Oh, what a spectacular move off the top. Moonsault body block out to the floor on Screaming Norman.
So dangerous. Everything they do. Well, they're just trying to win this match, aren't they?
Great move by Shannon Moore, who brings Smiley back into the ring. But remember, when he called out Tank Abbott, he certainly backed up in a hurry and went down for that devastating 1 punch from Tank.
Well, who would not back up in a hurry to Tank Abbott? Leg drop there by Shannon Moore of 3 count.
I have a new name for Tank Abbott.
Oh, you do?
Let's call him the Handful, because he is, guys. He's a handful.
Yeah, he's more than a handful.
Okay, top me again. He's 2 handfuls.
Okay, Norman ducked that time. Shannon Moore, and the submission hold. Chicken wing submission by Screaming Norman Smiley.
Conquest time.
The Dodgers win again.
Put Shannon Moore down. And Screaming Norman Smiley. One night, the member of the LA Dodgers.
Dodgers get a win, and it's not even baseball season.
How much they paid for him?
He's a free agent. Going to arbitration.
Chance, man. This is Nitro. Use Nitro. Go get him. Go get him.
All right, I don't know what match they booked, but they got Al Green all fired up that he's going to win tonight.
Which one is going to step up tonight and work against Sid?
He'd be glad to. Yeah.
How you feel? Hold on, wait, let me get this. And you're
Don.
And you're Ron.
Heavy D and Ronnie.
Heavy D
Big
stepping
Heavy.
up to the plate.
I have a hard time with you guys.
Heavy D stepping up to the plate.
All right then. Okay, we got it. You wanted blood and guts? There's a treat for you now. We just need this guy.
He's going to kill him.
Oh, man.
Poor They're watching back from the NWO/WCW Commissioner's office, and Al Green has said yes to his match. And let's see exactly who they're going to put in there against Al Green in this one-on-one matchup.
Guess we're going to see exactly what Al Green volunteered for.
I'll tell you, I like the dressing room area. A handful. And he is, guys.
You think Al Green really knew what he was getting into? One of the most devastating right hands in the history of punching. Unique distinction for this man. Tank Abbott, the only individual ever suspended by the Ultimate Fight, by the UFC, and I don't know who's going to stop this guy. Who's going to stop Tank Abbott?
That's the question, and we've been asking that.
He's a handful.
Tank Abbott has made quite a name for himself, and the fact is, his matches have gone about 3 to 4 minutes because of that lethal right hand punch of his. But look at Al Green try to fight out in the corner.
And I'll tell you the thing I like about Abbott is you talk about how quick he knocks people out and how tough he is, but he can take a punch. He can take a beating. This is a bad, bad man. He is one. He's a handful.
He just loves to brawl.
Well, if Tank Abbott can take a beating, he hasn't had to show it yet because he has been the dominant man in each and every match. Well, there's a little indication right there. A pretty stiff foot that time from Al Green, and he shrugged it off. He picked him up, and he drove him down to the mat that time.
And Al Green is no lightweight. He's a big, tough guy.
About 260 plus pounds.
On the hoof.
There it is. There's the right cross. And Al Green is out.
Not many have gotten up from that, and I don't think Al Green's going to be the first.
That's a 7 on the Richter scale.
You know, Bobby, you've been associated through the years with Ming. What do you think Ming would do with someone like Tank Abbott?
At the best time of his life, it'd be a fight.
That's what I'd like to see.
Tank Abbott just decimates another one here on Monday Nitro. What do we got here?
Hey, that's his bodyguard. I know this guy. That's Big Al. I used to be the guy that watched Tank Abbott's back in the Ultimate Fight.
Hey, I gotta go over and talk to him. Something's going on here.
All right, as the brain gets up with the microphone and once again interview, we're going to show everyone exactly what went down tonight with our Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger replay, Mike.
More devastation from the devastating right hand of Tank Abbott. And Al Green feels it up close and personal as we take several looks at the knockout punch delivered by Tank.
Wendy's Cheddar Lover Bacon Cheeseburger, Cheddar Lover's dream come true. And right now, Al Green is in dreamland. Well, the NWO likes it.
He earned it. He earned it. He earned it.
He sure did. Now let's go to Bobby Heenan.
Oh, man.
I noticed something a little while ago as we were sitting at the announce position. Tank Abbott left the ring, the handful, and he had eye contact with this gentleman. And I really have to ask you, Tank Abbott has taken WCW by storm. What do you know about him? There got to be a history between you two.
Let's just say Tank and I have a real long history. And I'll tell you what, we've rode a lot of hard miles together. We fought a lot of hard miles together. But this just makes me sick to my stomach.
What makes you sick to your stomach?
You know, I know he thinks he's out here tearing it up. He ain't nothing but a sellout.
You're calling Tank Abbott a sellout? Excuse me, are you calling him a sellout?
Great.
Sir, I gotta ask you, your name. Would you tell me who you are? Obviously, he won't talk to me. I have no idea why. Calls him a sellout? I don't know. Mike and Tony, do it.
All right, thanks a lot. Calling Tank Abbott a sellout, Mike.
Think there's a little heat between his former bodyguard. I don't really know what the relationship is these days, but I do remember seeing that guy at many Ultimate Fight events. He He went everywhere Tank went and always covered his back.
Hold on a second. That's a very familiar music, but is this really the Cat, Ernest Miller, making his first return here in about 3 months?
The Cat's back.
In big style, guys.
I came to see the Cat dance. Well, I guess you're going to get your wish here.
You're kidding, Tony.
Unexpectedly, the Cat, Ernest Miller, brand new hairdo and all, has come out here on WCW Monday Nitro.
Now, wait a minute. I didn't know the Cat was going to be here. How did that fan know? What's going on around here?
Guys, there's something going on between Tank Abbott and that man at ringside. That man talked to me. He had breath like a dragon. He's the toughest looking man I've ever seen. He had stuff in his beard that was crawling. He's a tough guy.
Mike, you said he was what, Big Al? Was that who it was?
That's what I remember him being called at the UFC,
I was
Big
sitting
Al.
at home and I heard how all my fans were looking forward to seeing me back in the ring.
I am.
And you know, I can't wait to get back here, baby. But I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm here and I'm gonna whoop everybody.
I like that suit.
And how about the hairdo?
And you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Sit down, fat boy. Sit down. If you can get your fat ass over, come on up here. I'll start with you tonight, baby. But I'll tell you another thing. I'm gonna whoop everybody in this place. I'm gonna start in the locker room. And I'm gonna start over here. And then I'm gonna start there. And I'm gonna finish right here in the middle with you, fat boy.
Boy, he hates Dillinger.
But you know, I'm gonna show you people something. I'm gonna show you just how great I am. I practiced on a few moves, and I'm gonna show you people how they go. Hit my music!
Get on the good foot!
Couple new moves here from the Cat.
Doesn't look like he has any knee problems, does it?
Looks like he's gonna wear out his tiger suit from the inside.
I shook up the world, baby! I shook up the world! I got to be the greatest! You people make me sick!
All right. Al Green is being loaded into a rescue squad here, obliterated. Just another number in the statistics that grow for Tank Abbott. And he got his payoff from the NWO as well.
Yeah, it looks like the Scots, Steiner and Hall, are having a little fun at the expense of Al Green.
But we're not done. When we come back, as Bam Bam Bigelow comes to the ring, hardcore, falls count anywhere against Terry Funk. Terry Funk is on his way to the arena. No, he's not. He was attacked out of nowhere. Bam Bam Bigelow has attacked Terry Funk, and there's your bell. The match is on.
Well, it's falls count anywhere. That's legal. Of course, it's a hardcore match. I think Bigelow has that $15,000 waved in front of him by the NWO, and he's out to put a hurting on Funk.
I think it may be a double Windsor brain. And
You know, it's almost as if Terry Funk just thrives on pain. I mean, it's difficult to say at this point as the Beast from the East just keeps laying in those stiff chair shots. But the hardcore legend, he's still going to be tough to beat. It's our former commissioner.
Guys, you talk about hardcore. Nobody tougher than Terry Funk. I'm sorry. Hands down, he wins it.
if you joined us for Sold Out in Cincinnati last Sunday, you know after he was just dragged, powerbombed through the announce table, and then powerbombed on some steel chairs, it's amazing to see Terry Funk even walk in here, even back in the ring. I think maybe Kevin Nash not only won the commissionership that night, Mike, he may have thought that he completely ran Terry Funk out of WCW. But Funk is back into it. Funk is here, taking all the punishment he can. And look at him.
There's the secret right there, guys. He is still breathing. As long as there's a breath in that man's body, he's lethal.
Tony, I think you make a great point about Kevin Nash, feeling that after he beat Terry Funk, that he had taken Terry Funk out of the picture. That's far from the case.
$15,000, man.
$15,000, you hear the motivation for one Bam Bam Bigelow.
Look at Funk, he's getting to his feet.
Of course he is.
He's a bad guy, I'm telling you.
That shoulder must be completely, that shoulder right now, the collarbone, the clavicle, the shoulder must be completely just decimated. Snap married him over. Funk at the mercy of Bigelow, who continues to focus on the upper body here. At 325 plus pounds, Bigelow is going to take flight. Funk moved out of the way. Funk incredibly is to his feet. Can you believe this guy?
Yes, I can. Now it's his turn. It's his turn to kick some.
You know what? Yes, fist heavily taped. And Terry Funk, combination blow, sends Bigelow rocketing over the top rope down to the floor. And Funk is giving, oh my God. He's not going to moonsault the man. Oh, he did. He moonsaulted him.
Can you believe it?
No,
this is a 55-year-old man. How can he take that amount of punishment from Bam Bam Bigelow and come back to execute a move like that?
He's not human.
He's unbelievable.
He's not human.
And he hit that speaker, as you can see, the point of the speaker sticking up in the air. He hit it with the lower back that time, and he comes up on his feet again.
I'd like to talk right now to all the guys sitting in those suds parlors all over town that got beer nuts, and they're sitting there watching this saying, boy, I'm a tough guy. I'm a big tough guy. Gentlemen, the man in the stripes right there, not the referee, Terry Funk, is a tough guy. They don't come any tougher.
Look at this chair. Look at this steel chair, how bent it is from not only what happened to Bigelow, but what happened to the shoulder of Terry Funk earlier. Look at this.
He's hit him so many times with that chair, his back's gonna smell like keister.
And fans, you know as well as I do how solid, how rigid, how firm those steel chairs are. Funk with a headbutt, and it dazed the Funkster as well. And another headbutt. Bigelow just propped up on the top rope there. And Funk is taunting Bigelow. Look at this. Terry Funk headbutts him again. He can barely stand.
I'll tell you, it's a pleasure and a joy to watch this man in the ring.
You know, what could be going through the mind of someone like Bam Bam Bigelow? You hit Terry Funk repeatedly with that chair. You just can't stop him.
What can be going through his mind is $15,000. Do what it takes. Look at that.
I mean, he hung him with the rope. How do you beat someone like Terry Funk?
You knock him out, if possible. There's the headbutt from Bigelow, which could mean the end of Terry Funk. He doesn't try to cover the man. He's going to go up top again.
But he still has a breath in his body.
Of course he
Terry
does.
Funk is still alive.
Hold on, what do we got here? We've got Fit Finlay and Brian Knobbs. The hardcore soldiers have come out.
This is legal because it's a no disqualification match.
Basically, anything goes. And Bigelow's got to go through not one, but three hardcore guys. Look at Brian Knobbs trying to Oh, Brian Knobbs got the chair up between Terry Funk and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Talk about going to the chair. That's big time.
And they pull Terry Funk on Bigelow. And Funk wins it.
Oh, he earned it. He earned it.
Boy, I'm not sure. Terry Funk may have taken the brunt of that chair. It was equally divided between the two. Is that wild?
Fit Finlay and Brian Knobbs.
I don't want them to be my neighbors.
Against all odds, he did it. Terry Funk gets the win.
Kevin Nash, you're gonna have to kill me to get rid of me.
You're not kidding.
I'm gonna be a thorn in your side for the rest of my life. And I've got plans for you on Thunder, as I am going to have some reinforcements, Nash, for you and the NWO.
Who could that be?
I'm bringing it on. Dead Man Walking! Yeah!
Reinforcements on Thunder on Wednesday, and here come the Harris brothers. It's going to be Don, or is it Ron, against Sid Vicious in the roadblock match. That'll be coming up next in the first longest walk for Sid Vicious. Can he survive the roadblock? Can he become the world champ? For Sid Vicious, his longest road, his biggest challenge starts right now. It's the roadblock match. Now remember, it was to be Jeff Jarrett. You heard the statement from Commissioner Kevin Nash. Did not get the doctor's clearance to wrestle Jeff Jarrett, so it's going to be one of the Harris brothers to wrestle in his place. This is going to be, for Sid Vicious, much tougher than anything he's ever faced, because you know it is no holds barred, pull out all the stops, anything goes to prevent the match against Kevin Nash from ever taking place later on tonight.
Think of the amount of pressure on the shoulders of this man, Sid Vicious, representing an entire organization in WCW against the NWO, and he's got to go through the roadblock first, and if he's successful, then he has to face a fresh Kevin Nash.
But this man works under pressure. He likes pressure. He likes these situations. He likes to be pushed to the wall. And he always has survived. It's a bad man there. Sid Vicious. Don't ever count him out.
Pressure is what it's all about when you're a big-time star in WCW. And now here comes the new world order. And as they make their way to the ring in the persona of the Harris brothers, I want to remind you this coming Friday, the 28th, tickets go on sale for Monday Nitro, which is Monday, February 28th, at the Target Center. Plus, you can meet Bobby the Brain Heenan and Medusa. Do you know about this, Bobby?
Yes, and Medusa told me she's going to wear something revealing. Now, what could that mean? I mean, it's 67 below there right now. What could she wear? Earmuffs?
That's all?
It might be just a t-shirt of 67 below. That would reveal enough. Plus, Bobby Heenan and Medusa at the box office, 10 a.m. to noon.
Earmuffs.
On Friday when tickets go on sale.
Earmuffs.
So hello, Minneapolis. We're coming there on February 28th.
Wow.
What?
Muff.
Earth to Heenan.
Huh?
Yeah, we've got a match going on here involving the Harris brothers against Sid Vicious.
Oh, you think they're brothers? They don't look alike.
What do you mean they don't look alike? They're identical twins.
If you stand to the left, you can see that.
Well, then which one is Ron and which one is Don if you're the expert? Whoa!
It doesn't matter, I guess, because Sid Vicious has jump-started this darn thing. And Sid Vicious is being just that. He has come over here. He opened up the bottle of water.
Thank you.
Hey, it all comes to being at ringside. And the match is underway. Guys, Sid Vicious is doing the right thing. Do not sit back and wait on the NWO to take care of you. You take care of the New World Order, and that's exactly what's going down here. Vicious attacked one of the Harris brothers. He went after the other, and why not? He knew that they would be on him first, if not.
That's a smart move on the part of Sid Vicious. Taking the offense right to the Harris brothers. Look out, here we go again.
Out in the gallery, out in the fans.
This is not a safe place to be.
In the ring, one of the Harris brothers, and I guess that is Don, the one that's going to wrestle. It was Don that said he would wrestle, right?
That's what they said.
Well, then how do you know? I mean, once again.
Well, you're the one that always claims that you can identify them. That's
Well,
with their tattoos, isn't it?
That's with their tattoos on, that's right, and now that's not the case here.
They got tattoos?
Sid Vicious, will he ever make it on to Kevin Nash? Let's not forget that if Sid Vicious loses in this match, by default, Kevin Nash, Commissioner, becomes the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, without lifting a finger.
But see, that's a smart commissioner. He knows what he's doing. You gotta take your head up to the guy.
What do you mean smart Smart
What?
He said smart.
Who pays your salary, WCW or the NWO?
Well, wait a minute now. The commissioner of WCW is Kevin Nash. And, I'm not really siding with Heenan here, but you got to call the facts the way they are.
Uh-huh.
I always have.
Sure, team up with him.
Well, don't get on my case today.
I'll tell you what. You really have gotten a personality in the span of 1 week.
Well, he told me to.
You know what? You got a new shredder.
Okay. We have settled down here at the broadcast location.
And a surveillance camera.
And the fact is, Slick Johnson, the referee, looks in. And
Tanae's wearing a wire right now.
That's my microphone.
Not where the cord is.
You're going to be the new champion. You're going to be the... You're going to be, and you are the roadblock for Sid Vicious.
Yeah, you're going to take the championship belt back to Kevin Nash and hand it to him on a silver platter. That's what you're going to do.
Return of Scott Hall here tonight. The NWO making matches as we go. We've already seen that hardcore match. Tank Abbott was involved in a match. And Sid Vicious is mounting a comeback. As big as Sid is, Don Harris is a big one as well. And Ron gets up and clips him in the back of the neck that time and thwarted the comeback attempt by the big man, Sid Vicious here.
It's like a double roadblock for Sid with both of these Harris brothers.
At the Staples Center, we're a capacity crowd in Los Angeles watching on. Cover 1, 2 count only, and a rear chin lock. You know, even though we are watching this roadblock match, and even though we are going to find out who the new world champion will be here tonight on this program, the fact of the matter remains, the battles and the wars continue with the NWO, and even Terry Funk, who said moments ago that he was going to have reinforcements Wednesday on Thunder Mike today. And who in the world can that be? It could be anybody.
Yeah, really, think back. Terry Funk, in all of his years in professional wrestling, has made an awful lot of friends and an awful lot of enemies.
And a lot of people owe him.
Who could it be?
Think of that.
He's going to reinforce the troops on Thunder.
We saw the hardcore soldiers, Fit Finley and Brian Knobbs, help him out. Just the beginning of the wars that are raging through WCW right now. Back up is Sid Vicious. He has mounted yet another comeback here since Don Harris in. Could be a choke slam. Can he get this big man up?
Oh yeah, he can.
Yes, you're all mine.
He
Big
did
time.
it. He did it. Wait a minute.
They've switched on him.
Double switch from the Harris brothers.
Good move. Great move.
The referee turned around. He wasn't so sure. The identical twins worked this one to a T. But he's going to try to powerbomb this one. It's the wrong guy.
Oh my God, he got him up and just drove him to the mat.
1, 2, 3.
Sid's on his way, guys. He's got that momentum. He's on his way.
He choke slam one. He powerbombed the other one. It was the wrong guy, but they brought him in the ring, and Sid Vicious has gone through the roadblock. Tonight, Sid Vicious, Kevin Nash, world title. We all realize that momentum is a big part of success here in WCW, and I don't think there's any question after what he had to go through with both of the Harris brothers. Sid Vicious has a lot of momentum going into his match now with Kevin Nash here tonight for the WCW Championship.
A fresh Kevin Nash, and realistically, Big Sid was just involved in a handicap match against both of the Harris brothers while Nash was back in the locker room watching on.
There's something about preparation, and there's something about anticipation, and there's something about being ready. Kevin Nash, the biggest athlete, the best athlete in this sport for a big man I've ever seen, is ready. But Sid is on a roll, and you, wow. Zebra City.
That is the very beautiful Tori Wilson along with Billy Kidman.
Talk about earning your stripes.
What a duo they've become, huh?
Who?
Tori?
And Billy.
Oh, Billy who?
Billy Kidman. All right, program. This is going to be a great matchup. We certainly do anticipate Vampiro and Kidman to tear down the house here tonight on WCW Monday Nitro. Couple of reminders, don't forget Super Brawl 2000, our 10th Super Brawl, is in San Francisco on Sunday night, February 20th. Tickets to the Cow Palace box office and all Vance ticket outlets. And also don't forget we're going to be in Uniondale, New York at the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island on Monday, February 14th for Monday Nitro. Then the very next Monday, February 21st at the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California. Tickets at all of the usual box office Ticketmaster locations. Vampiro. He's a very talented individual, and we mentioned this, Mike, that here's a man who has been in WCW now for over a year, and in that short span has really come into his own now, and as you can hear, is getting some sort of a fan following here.
Kind of amazing how the careers of both of these individuals, Kidman and Vampiro, have really taken off, especially in the past couple of weeks. And I think Kidman really came into his own. It sold out in that Triple Threat Theater. Proved a lot of things to a lot of people, and Vampiro's been on a roll as of late as well.
What do you think, and I think this may be a valid comment, as great as Kidman is, do you think Tori is motivation at ringside, or is she a distraction? She is awfully beautiful. I don't think there's any question about that.
Well, I'm sure she's a motivation for Kidman and as distraction for Vampiro and the announcers.
And the announcers. I mean, we're looking at her, and we're supposed to be watching our monitors here.
Huh?
And look at this. Oh! Connie's going to powerbomb the guy, and he threw him off. And how about this? David Arquette and Courtney Cox have joined us here.
It's our buddies from Ready to Rumble.
That's Killer's daughter?
No. Courtney Cox from Friends as we see Vamp go for the cover, and that's David Arquette, who's going to be in the WCW Warner Brothers movie Ready to Rumble.
Had a chance to work with David recently when we were down here filming the movie.
Was his dad the guy that played in Gunsmoke?
No, that's Arquette and Arnett.
Excuse me.
Ignore him.
I'm Mr. Television.
You sure
Yeah,
are.
especially out here in L.A.
Where are we? Foot, oh, he is lost. Foot to the face here by Kidman. Oh! And Kidman comes off with a drop kick. Sending Vampiro up against the ropes. Good to see Arquette working out here. Here's a pickup. And Vampiro, who is quick but deceptively powerful as well. 1, 2. And as Tori looks on, I don't think there's any question of the size differential here. Vampiro is larger than Kidman, using the power moves here. He's up on top. Tried what looked to be a guillotine leg drop that time, but missed. And now Kidman's got another comeback here.
And so far, Vampiro has been able to keep his focus and his level of concentration, even with her, Tori Wilson at ringside.
She's beautiful. I think she likes me.
Outside goes Vampiro. Kidman is perched on the top turnbuckle. Watch out. Oh, over top the cameraman.
What a great shot.
And all the way to the floor.
Sensational flying cross body block by Kidman. Takes Vampiro down to the floor. Kidman slowly gets back up to his feet.
She's beautiful, guys.
Yes, Brain, we know that. But once again, like Kidman, you got to focus on the match, and you can't focus on what's going on the outside, okay?
Boy, you're not kidding about that. Isn't she gorgeous?
Look at the monitor. In to the turnbuckle. Vampiro.
You've got a one-track mind.
Both men were trying to clothesline at the same time, and that time Kidman was the first man to connect, grabbed the head of Vampiro, and shot him over the top rope that time. Kidman still just mounting the offense here against Vampiro. Drop kick, send Vampiro on the outside. Here comes Billy Kidman again. Crossbody, Vampiro catches him. Muscled him up over his shoulder. Watch out, ring post.
Whoa!
Kidman. Fortunate to slip from behind that time and drive him into a ring post.
Well, it's a desperation move by Kidman, able to shrug him off and send Vamp shoulder first into the steel. Now he rolls him back into the ring. See if he can follow up this advantage. She looks concerned.
She looks great.
Caught him again.
Covering, and could not hold him down.
I like Blonde, you know.
That was a great move, Mike, by Vampiro. However, he didn't really have a pinning combination. Didn't hook the far leg, so after a great move, it wasn't really a good pinning combination at all for the athlete.
Oh. Gonna happen.
Maybe to pick him up in that nail in the coffin move. What a short power bomb. 1, 2, no. Couldn't hold him down.
Almost as if Kidman is at a crossroads here in his career, no longer has the filthy animals to back him up.
Century into a DDT. And a cover. Torrie screaming encouragements from the ringside area as Kidman escapes from a 2 count.
As we see the frustration very evident on the face of Vampiro. Put his hands up in the air like, what more do I have to do to beat this kid?
I like this guy, Vampiro. He's a star of the future, guys. He's a star right now, and he's going to get bigger and better.
Kidman almost got a win that time.
Nice counter in mid-move by Kidman. Attempted the face jam, but came up just short. Another 2 count.
He just kicked out of one of Kidman's premier moves that time. And Kidman, undaunted, goes back to work again to the midsection. Kidman hit a steam. Vampiro got him up and down. Kidman. Oh, I thought he was out.
I did too.
I think we all did, and all the fans did as well.
Vampiro did as well.
I wish I was in row 1.
Wish you were where?
In row 1.
Well, then go over there, okay? Drop kick! Kidman, out of nowhere, is back into this. What's a powerbomb? What a move, Vampiro.
Oh,
and what, once again,
a seesaw battle this has been. Back and forth, advantage going between Kidman and Vampiro.
You can see it on the face of Torrie Wilson. She's been in it each and every move. Now what's Vampiro gonna do here? Kidman hoisted up. Vampiro.
It's going up top.
Let's see if he can hold his balance. Oh, Kidman. What a move. 1, 2, 3.
He got him.
Pull that Frankensteiner out of nowhere.
What a contest we just saw between Vampiro and Kidman. And Kidman survived it.
They really pushed each other to the limit, didn't they?
Well, I don't want to get personal. That's none of my business.
I'm talking about Kidman and Vampiro.
Oh, that was a tough match.
You've got a one-track brain.
Who?
Celebration goes on. Torrie Wilson celebrates with her man. And well, she should, because he earned every bit of that. You can see Kidman is spent. But he is your winner, and Billy Kidman's win streak continues on Nitro.
What are you doing? Where you at? Well, put your pants back on, will you? Listen, got a proposition for you. This time around, I see some other guys eat some of that desert dust. Can you be in Vegas for Thunder? I knew I could count on you, champ. Yeah, you'll be there? All right, man, I'm here with Funk. I'll let him know. See you then, yeah. Thanks, champ. Done deal. We'll show those son of a bitches. Got that right.
I don't know about your plan, but it looks like to me you gotta lace them up tonight.
Well, you know what? No matter how you...
We gotta take this thing serious, man.
I am taking it seriously, and no matter how you look at it, hey, we got it in the bag, man. It's all part of the plan.
You sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Welcome back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitro in the midst of the Vampiro Kidman match. We're going to go now to Mean Gene Okerlund. Gene. Okay, one of them little technical difficulties that your announce crew's got to cover up for here. So, Mike, how you doing?
Tony, I'm doing great. We're here
Good
in
to have
Los
you here.
Angeles. We have Sid Vicious versus Kevin Nash for the world's heavyweight title yet to come. And Kevin Nash seems pretty confident, didn't he?
I want to talk about what we saw and what we heard from Arn Anderson as he was on the cell phone to someone, called him champ, told him to put his pants back on, and said he would show up Wednesday night, Thunder. The event's going to be in Las Vegas.
Now he said champ?
He said champ.
And what else?
Put your pants back on.
Told him put your pants back on.
Oh, he's not talking to X-Strangler Lewis.
You can, fans, in your own mind, wonder and...
I mean, I'm drawing my own conclusions as to who it just might be that'll be at Thunder in Las Vegas.
Vern?
No.
Shot in the dark.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think I know.
Why now? You never have been before.
Yeah, really. You don't change things here in midstream.
Okay.
Okay, pal.
Okay, brain and little brain.
Come on, buddy.
Mr. Personality.
Who do you think it is?
Well, I'd rather not say. I mean, just draw your own conclusions here.
That's it. You can just leave us hanging like that.
The one and only Total Package, Lex Luger, along with Elizabeth, the magnificent physical specimen.
And doesn't Luger look good too?
What a trademark. The upper body, the arms. And I gotta say it, the Total Package has never looked better. And we say that each and every time he comes out, here's a man who is...
What does this guy eat, air? I mean, think about it. There's not an ounce of fat on the man. What an athlete.
Total Package to face Booker T here in this one-on-one matchup. And hold the phone. The Package has the stick. Nope. Elizabeth's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you.
We want Sting is the chant here from the fans.
They love him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the finest physical specimen in sports entertainment, the Total Package.
You know, Elizabeth, it's kind of funny when they start chanting, "We want Sting," because as of late, I've been asking myself the same exact question. Because Sting, each day that your cowardly butt doesn't get out here, I grow stronger from your weakness. I came off surgery bigger, faster, better than any athlete on the planet Earth. And you're sitting at home watching right now, licking your wounds, wondering if you even have what it takes to wrestle again and step in the ring with the greatest athlete on the face of the earth, the Total Package. My record is unblemished for 14 years. We got bodybuilders that about to get in shape for one show a year. We got wrestlers that look good and then they look bad. You never hear from them again. For 14 years, I am 6'4", 275 with a 4% body fat. Unheard of in modern day physiology. So what I'm telling each and everyone out there is there's no one out there that can deter the path of the Total Package to claim his greatness in this sport. And that includes the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Whoa.
Haven't heard that name for a while.
The immortal Hulk Hogan. Boy, that took us... Huh.
You heard that? Nobody else in this sport has a record to match the Total Packages, not even Hulk Hogan.
Boy, now there's a debate.
That's a mouthful.
You expected to say Hulk Hogan's name? Go ahead.
That man's
No,
got...
you did not. You.
What? Talking to me? Just passing through. Monday night.
now the total package and Booker T go at it. The total package immediately goes on the attack as the bell sounds for this next matchup. We do have, fan, tonight, the crowning of a brand new WCW World Champion. And that one's coming up between Kevin Nash, a very confident Kevin Nash, and Sid Vicious here in just a few moments on this program.
Booker T looking for a little payback against the total package. You'll recall that last week on Thunder, that very strange match that was put together, that tag bout by Commissioner Kevin Nash. The total package and Sid against Booker T and Big T.
Watch this, guys!
Oh! Double sledge off the ring apron by Booker T. Well, we saw Big T turn on his partner for that one-match Booker T, and then we saw Luger rack Booker T, and it's payback time for Booker T in the package.
Obviously, the total package, the height of arrogance. He believes his clippings. And of course, if you think about it, he should. Not many men have done as much as the total package has done in this sport. But to come out here when they're chanting Sting and talk about not only the Stinger, but talk about Hulk Hogan. It shows you how far and deep the arrogance of Lex Luger runs. Pick up Booker T with a great move. Here's the cover. He could win it. He did not. The total package escaped and Booker T, angry, thought he had won the match.
I don't think I've ever seen Booker T in better shape. Look at the size of the arms on the guy, the chest, the neck. I mean, he's like a ballpoint pen. He just constantly just keeps in and out, moving and grooving.
Like a ballpoint pen?
Oh yeah, you know how you put it.
I've never heard anyone compared to a ballpoint pen.
See? That's why I'm the brain.
Over the guardrail into the front row now. Booker T sent by the total package Lex Luger. He's in command of this match. There's no question about that. But as this battle goes on, the questions remain. Who will come to help out Terry Funk Wednesday on Thunder? Who's going to become the new World Heavyweight Champion? And more importantly, I guess, what plans for Sid Vicious does Kevin Nash have for later on here tonight? You know it's not going to be your straight match. You know
the NWO's involved.
Something's going to happen. Good move by the total package.
I got to ask you guys, on Thunder, who do you think is going to be the man? Who do you think is going to be Terry Funk's ally?
Tony, just give us the initials.
To the face goes the total package. Here's a cover, one.
Good news,
two,
Mike, he's gone deaf.
2 count.
No, if he only shuts up.
As Elizabeth looks on. Face, we all know who we think it is, and we're all thinking of the same.
Well, then say it out loud.
I'm going to let the fans, think about it. Think about who we haven't seen in a while or who it could be.
My third wife. Oh, my goodness.
But, you know, I mean, let's be honest. We think we know who it is, but that does not mean it's who we think it is. Because you said Terry Funk had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
It could be anybody. So it would be wrong for me to say and get people's hopes up and then that person not show up.
He had Arn Anderson make the call.
So what? He's Terry Funk. Scissor kick here by Booker T.
Here we go, guys.
Booker T's going to do it. Harlem sidekick. Elizabeth's up. He's got a cover. He may have had the win here. Midnight.
Good night.
So much for Elizabeth. She quickly drops on the floor. Midnight's in her face. Who's this? It's Stevie Ray and Big T.
Of course it is.
Big T. He hit Booker T from behind. The two men who make up the new Harlem Heat. One got the referee's attention. The other got to the head of Booker T. Booker T with the scissor kick, with the Harlem sidekick, could have won this thing.
He was on the verge of victory.
And Booker T like dead weight. The total package gonna pick him up and rack him.
He's got him racked, guys. Right in the middle of that ring.
Of course he does.
No place.
The man's out.
Booker T just unconscious. No way he could fight back, especially after being hit from behind by Big T.
and the opportunist that is the total package. What is this?
What's going on here?
I don't know. Oh, put it. Is that Sting? Is that Sting? I believe it is. The baseball bat, the dark silhouette. I believe that was Sting. And he's gone. Just as quickly as he arrived, Sting is gone. And the total package is scared to death.
First of all, I do want to apologize for that technical error a little bit later on. If I didn't know better, I'd say the WWF might have sabotaged my microphone. Now, Vampiro, I have a question for you. You'd dropped a very hard one here to Billy Kidman earlier on, but a lot of the insiders are predicting a big year for you in WCW in the year 2000.
I just got to say I'm really humbled by the experience of being here for the greatest company in the world, and I got a lot of respect for Billy Kidman. You know, he's opened some pages in a book that haven't been open for a long time, and you know, I respect you a lot, and I hope you can give me a chance for a rematch, and I'll be waiting for you at Thunder on Wednesday night, so I hope you give me that shot. I'll be there.
All right, I thank you, Vampiro. Tony, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Gino. So a very humble Vampiro who wants a rematch with Billy Kidman.
I'd like to see that. That was an awfully competitive matchup between those two earlier tonight, with Kidman scoring the win, and the challenge has been issued for Thunder this week for a return bout.
And their escape from the nut house.
And guess what? They're not even scheduled to wrestle here, are they?
No, this is a World Tag Team title match.
It's time for the WCW Tag Team Championship. Fit Finlay and Brian Knobbs, the Hardcore Soldiers, against the Mamalukes.
And these are the former tag champs, David Flair, Crowbar, and...
Hey, guys.
Oh, hell.
Where are we live? We're live from... live from Staples Arena.
Yeah! And it's Monday. It's Monday.
Monday Nitro. Monday Nitro.
Yeah, Crowbar, what's up, Crowbar?
What's going on? I don't know what to say.
Oh, come on.
We're at Monday Nitro.
Monday. It's Monday Nitro.
Monday Night Nitro. I don't know what to say. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. Here we are, wrestling fans. We're coming from the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California, for a tag team title match of epic proportion. Making their way to the ring right now, the Hardcore team. You like it? I love your crowbar, David. You like my crowbar? In the ring right now.
No, I love your crowbar.
The challenge. In the ring right now, we have the Hardcore team of Fit Finlay and the Hardcore champion. You like my crowbar? You like it? Hardcore Brian Knobbs. And now here they come, accompanied to the ring by the manager of champions, the Disco Inferno. We have Johnny the Bull and Big Vito, the WCW World Tag Team Champions.
What are these guys? They're the Marmadukes. They're the Marmadukes?
They call them the Mamalukes. They don't like it, but that's what they are.
I think it's marmalade. I think they're the marmalades. That's what they are.
You like my crowbar? You know, David, when I look at this match here, I like to fancy ourselves like some of the great tag teams of all time in the sport. Me and you are sort of like the Midnight Express. Myself, the great high flyer like Bobby Eaton, not afraid to come off the top rope for the win. And you have the incredible technical match skills of Sweet Stan Lane. I do? You do. I do. I've got my great match skills.
You're crazy crowbar?
Here we go, back up to action in the ring. Referee.
No, they're meatheads. They are. They suck.
I'm trying to do my
Really?
job here.
Oh, please. And you can't dance. You can't dance.
Can you kiss me before the match starts?
Oh, baby.
You guys are too much. Here we are, facing off in the middle of the ring. Oh, a big shove by Vito L, and it's a Pier 6 brawl already. Brian Knobbs throwing Johnny the Bull outside. Big Vito goes down. Aha! There we go.
Hey, one time I was at band camp, and like I hit someone over the head with my crowbar.
That's very good.
That's
And
why I love you, baby.
look who's on their way down, David. Standards and practices, they have been on the case of the former tag team champions for quite some time now. Something tells me they're not a big fan of the former tag team champions, myself and David Flair. And I anticipate Fit Finlay has the chair.
One time I was at wrestling camp and I put 50 cents in the candy machine, and like I didn't get my candy bar and I had to hit it with the crowbar.
Back up to action in the ring. Big Vito, he's a street thug, as is Johnny the Bull. And also, as you know, you gotta watch out, Big Vito, he has that finisher, the Paisan plant.
No, you
Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm doing my... As I was saying, the Paisan plant. If Fit Finlay or Brian Knobbs are at the receiving end of that, it could end up that his face will come up as a red crimson mask, rather.
You like my crowbar? You like it?
I love your crowbar, David. Johnny the Bull and Big Vito in the ring. Irish whip. Double axe handle to the top of the chest. That could cave in the upper thorax, making it difficult for him to breathe.
Just a meathead. That's all he is.
Who?
Too bad his brains are in his biceps.
What's a meathead?
Oh, a vicious clothesline, almost decapitating Johnny the Bull, and he seems to be in. Oh! I don't know how Johnny. Cameraman, you need to get a shot of this. David Flair showing the crowd here a little two-step, and they seem to love it. I don't know if Miss Hancock is very approving, but David Flair, the crowd here seems to love it. But back to the action in the ring. Johnny the Bull continues to take a ferocious beating at the hands of Fit Finlay, and he goes down with a powerful slam that may rearrange L4, L5 in the low back area, and that could tie him up for months in a hospital bed. What is this? Daphne? I don't know what Daphne's. Hit her, Daphne. Come on, hit her, hit her. Oh, I don't know what that was, but Johnny the Bull seems to be in deep trouble right now. You better watch out or he'll become a crimson mess. Oh! Ha ha! Splash! Belt to the back! Ha ha! There's the cover. 1, 2. I don't know where he got that from. He had to dig down deep to pull out of that one to get it at 3 count. And Johnny the Bull throws Brian up to the ground. And it's another Pier 6 brawl. Oh, there goes the Disco Inferno. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Big Vito out. This is just falling apart. David, look at, oh, I love Brian Knobbs. He's one of the best chair swingers in the business. A lot of guys can swing a chair, but nobody swings it more technically than Brian Knobbs. Uh-oh! His old partner, a miscue, a faux pas, and there it is, the Paisan plant. His head's a crimson mask. Crimson mask. Crimson mask.
You like my crowbar? You like it?
They're still the champs.
Sorry.
and the Mamalukes retain the World Tag Team Championship.
What's Mamaluke?
It's a Marmaduke.
A what?
They're the Marmaduke. The Marmalade.
I can do those TV commercials, telephone commercials.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I can do those.
All right, we are back on the air after being run out of business by Crowbar, David Flair, and Daphne. Was Daphne playing your part over here, Mike?
You know, I'm not really sure. I just got out of here. When I saw the crowbar and the lead pipe headed in my direction, there was no sense having a discussion with them.
All I saw was the eyes on David Flair and Crowbar. I knew it was History City. We got to make a move.
All right, Commissioner Kevin Nash comes out, and this is a little bit premature because his match with Sid Vicious is coming up in a few moments, but he's got the microphone as he comes out. We are moments away now from finally settling this vacant world title. What does he have here? The NWO, led by Kevin Nash. WCW, led by Kevin Nash as its commissioner. And I don't think there's any question there has been, and there is ongoing, the power struggle between WCW's board of directors and WCW's commissioner, Kevin Nash.
This is going to be good, guys. Two of the biggest, toughest, strongest competitors in this sport are going to go at it.
And the boss is going to speak first. Here's the commish.
The commissioner.
It's more than power, it's politics.
Mr. Nash, guys.
Lord Master is right. As commissioner, I have certain powers bestowed upon me. Those powers are stipulations in matches and actual matches themselves. You can chant his name all you want. He doesn't work here any longer. Tonight's match, Sid Vicious will face the commissioner, Big Sexy Kevin Nash. And I wanted to make this as fair as possible. Since Sid uses the power bomb and I use the power bomb, and it's so gosh darn dangerous, I have decided this evening to outlaw the power bomb.
What? A great move. A great move. What a commissioner.
I don't understand that at all.
That being said, if Sid Vicious uses the power bomb tonight, he will automatically forfeit the match, and the winner will be yours truly, the commissioner, Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
It's not fair.
It's the right thing to do, I believe, guys. Talking from my heart.
You know, it's really nice they let all you unemployed people in here tonight. Now, if you're wondering where the rest of the NWO's at, we've kind of had some special guests in the back for most of the night. And we have decided, thank you, I know I'm number one, sir. Thank you. We went ahead, and since I am the commissioner, which is kind of like a president, we have sent an advance team on to Las Vegas as I speak with the girls and ice cold beverages to meet me, the commissioner, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, for one humdinger of a championship party to follow tonight's activities. So without further ado, please hit the commissioner's music.
So we have outlawed the power bomb for tonight's match. And ladies and gentlemen,
One mission,
seat.
one man, one
Sid Vicious on his way to the ring. The match is next. We're back on WCW Monday Nitro. The World Heavyweight title bout is just about ready to go for the vacated WCW Championship. front of this capacity crowd at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The home of the Lakers, home of the Clippers, home of the Kings. Tonight, the home of crowning the new heavyweight champion of the world. And here he comes. Battling adversity, here's a man who battled for the same belt last Sunday night in Cincinnati. Gets his well-deserved return shot, but must realize the tall order ahead of him. Namely, his opponent, Commissioner Kevin Nash, and the specter of the New World Order that is over this match and every match that Kevin Nash is in.
Look around ringside, guys. Everywhere you look, the fans are on their feet. They recognize the importance of this one-on-one matchup. Kevin Nash, Sid Vicious. One of these men leave Los Angeles as the new world's heavyweight champion.
Nash is fresh. Sid's had one. Sid's been ready.
Okay. That's the boss calling the camera shots, too.
He does it all.
He's a commissioner, guys. He's our boss. What a leader.
You been thinking of any names for Thunder? This Wednesday on the Superstation TBS at 9:05 p.m. Eastern?
Yes, I have.
The reinforcements, Terry Funk, Arn Anderson placing the phone calls. I mean, there's only one way to find out for sure who it's going to be, and that's to tune into Thunder. But think about names like Rowdy Roddy Piper. Could it be? Could it be the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
Could it be Dory Funk Jr.?
Only one way to really find out.
Could it be Jack Briscoe?
Check out Thunder this Wednesday on TBS.
With that said, the bell sounds. We are off and running.
Could it be Kruger, the guy with the hockey mask? Freddie.
Oh! Sid Vicious tries a quick win. 1-2, no. Off and running for the WCW Championship here. Sid Vicious, Kevin Nash. The winner becomes the heavyweight champion of the world.
This is the big one. All the marbles, all the money, all the glory, right here, right now.
Yeah, let's call it like we see it. In the building, Scott Steiner, Scott Hall, Jeff Jarrett. Members of the New World Order.
The guys, like I've said for a couple months now, everything they've thrown in front of Sid Vicious, he's handled. And they've thrown everything in front of him. This is it for him. He's got to do it.
Sometimes you handle everything thrown in front of you, and what happens? Sooner or later, it catches up with you. That would be from a normal man, and of course, we know Sid Vicious is not a normal man. And take a look at this. How many people are bigger than Sid Vicious? Not many, but you're looking at one right there in Kevin Nash. And the concentration, the determination on the face of Commissioner Kevin Nash tells it all. Tells how important this match is.
Like you said, Tony, two of the biggest men in our sport, the two best big men in our industry.
And think of what Kevin Nash did earlier when he took away the use of Sid's powerbomb in this matchup, really giving the advantage to Kevin Nash. And boy, the deck is stacked against Sid.
And remember, the last time we saw Kevin Nash powerbomb somebody, he was well over 500 pounds, and he never got up.
No powerbomb allowed in this one from the Commissioner Kevin Nash, running, smashing Sid Vicious into the turnbuckles as Commissioner Kevin Nash looks, intimidates referee Charles Robinson. Kevin Nash loves to have a good time. He's real laid back. He talked about his celebration, but I think you can tell the demeanor says it all, Mike, today. He is very serious, and he is all business when this world title's at stake here.
There's so much on the line in this matchup. A chance to be world's heavyweight champion as well as commissioner for Kevin Nash. And what was that he said about sending the NWO to Vegas for that celebration party? Have they left already, or are they still here?
No,
I'm confused on that front.
Vegas will host WCW's Thunder. The event, of course, will be taped tomorrow night in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand to air on TBS Wednesday night at 9:05 Eastern Time.
Nothing like being there live, guys.
And you can better believe the fans in front row are here live. They are right in the midst of the match. Oh, how about that?
What a right hand, an overhand right from Nash that rocked Sid. Haven't seen that happen very many times.
I'll tell you, Nash is in control right now. If he stays in control, he's gonna own it. He's gonna own it all.
Let's see what happens now as Nash brings Sid back into the ring. Fans on their feet. World title on the line now, and let's see who can win it. If Kevin Nash wins the world title, then the dominance of the NWO will continue. If Sid Vicious wins the world title, then Sid Vicious is going to be the hunted. You know that. A loss here would not slow up the NWO. It would make them even more dangerous.
Sleeper hold with those big arms. He can't stay awake long. The more he fights it, the more he's going to go out.
But by the same token, Tony, then a win by Sid Vicious, and he looks in trouble at this point, would give the world's heavyweight title belt back to the WCW organization, but I think we're a long way from there as Nash cinches in that sleeper, and referee Charles Robinson checking to see if it's a chokehold.
Sid's not out yet, guys.
No, he's not. You can see his arms, and Charles Robinson letting Kevin Nash know that Vicious is well in it. Checks to see if the hold is legal and not a chokehold. And a lot of confidence on Kevin Nash's face now. And he may be now a count away from winning the world title.
No, no, no. He's alive, guys.
Very much so.
Oh. Club sandwich right in the corner.
Well, it was a great move by Sid to back up into the corner, but he had no idea that Charles Robinson was there and the referee's down and out.
And now Sid Vicious kicks this one into high gear with no referee. Bigfoot. Bigfoot, big cover, no referee. Sid, guillotine leg drop, doing the right thing.
Doesn't matter, there's nobody to count, Mike.
Yeah, but he should keep the pressure on.
You're right. Don't let up. Beat him like a drum if you have to. But he's our commissioner, guys.
But right now, he's a wrestler, vying for the world title. Sid Vicious.
He's never looked better, has he?
Uh-oh. Here comes the U.S. champ, Jeff Jarrett. Remember, the powerbomb here has been outlawed. And Jarrett gets hammered. Nash!
Name that tune!
Gets whacked! Sid goes down. What's he doing here?
What happened to Sid?
I think he may be playing possum, guys. Maybe he's just luring him in.
I understand. I understand what's going on. You see the guitar. Sid's making the referee believe he got hit with the guitar. What a smart move this was by Sid Vicious.
He's a smart man, and he's on his way to the championship of the world.
He's going to cover Kevin Nash. 1, 2, 3.
He got it! He did it! What a great move by Sid! He outsmarted the NWO!
He outsmarted WCW, he outsmarted the industry, guys!
Sid Vicious, as the celebration goes on in Los Angeles, realizes the dream of every wrestler in WCW, and that is the gold belt. And the man with all the power, with all the brawn, used his brain.
What a celebration!
After what he's gone through, he deserved it. But the question is,